To be honest, they've all been memorable in their own way because each race, each condition sort of brings out its sort of special moment in itself, and it's hard to pinpoint one particular one because when I look back, I just think of all the different races and the different sort of experiences and the feelings you get out of it and the challenges. And I think what is sort of more of a highlight for me is trying to convey or try to create an image that depicts what the whole race was all about. So whether it's that moment of a boat sort of at the Fastnet Rock, or a boat sort of passing Stromboli, or leaving sort of Valletta, Rolex Middle Sea Race, Rolex Sydney Hobart, they all have different sort of elements to them that kind of have that special moment. And it's each moment, to be honest, is really really unique in itself. If I had to be honest, I don't think I do. I sort of sometimes do feel proud of certain images that I captured, and then once I've sort of captured it, I've sort of taken it in and taken it on, sort of what I've managed to sort of capture, and sort of live that experience, and then it's always kind of looking for the next one, and I think that's what really drives me, to be honest, to always keep finding another kind of moment, experience, action, element, um, which I would say I'm still sort of working towards. I haven't sort of taken that picture and thought, yeah, I'm going to hang up my cameras. I think having the right mindset on the day, being right in tune, being able to sort of communicate with um, the other people that really help you capture those images, whether it's a boat driver, helicopter pilot. So I think on the day, it's just having all the right kind of ingredients to help you be in the zone. And then once you're in that zone, then I feel your creative process kind of works naturally. Sometimes, sort of under intense heat, it can be draining. But those are the big challenges I face, not the creative process of finding the shots or creating the shots. It's more the other elements that you have to kind of create, and hope that you're in that mindset to be able to go out and create. I mean, from when I started, it was all sort of film and shooting on transparencies and slides and developing, and the process was a lot slower. And it's had its moments of frustration because you didn't know what you were capturing, but at the same time, it was equally exciting because you had to go back to develop your own images, and then the digital era came in and that accelerated it. So we moved into a digital front where things were required a lot quicker. But at the same time, yeah, sort of it made it more accessible, more photographers. I think there was always, a certain amount of photographers that were keen, over yachting. I think the digital era changed it, and it will carry on changing it. What's nice is that there are still people that still want to do it, younger generations. It's nice to pass on, sort of the experience onto younger people, to see them grow. I think the hardest thing is to stick with it, to really, sort of find a way to maybe make a career out of it, or but before in the past, people would buy more imagery for magazines and stuff like that, and where now, there's obviously a lot more photographers from shooting with phones and cheaper cameras. So it's hard to compete, if you're trying to make a living out of it. But I still feel there is room for, sort of more creative and more artists and more people connecting with sailing and yachting and marine. And I mean, personally, I don't only just do yachting stuff. I'm also connected with the underwater world. So I do a lot of underwater, which also helps me, kind of look in a different perspective, and look for different ways of capturing sort of yachting in itself, or yacht races. So I bring the different, angles together, And this is what I feel, needs to change. Well, not change, but people hopefully can adapt to create a different process. I mean, I think it's generally the elements all coming together, where you've got sort of the light, the winds, the sea state, the conditions that all sort of like come together in a way that is hitting an emotional connection, where you really feel you're in it. And I feel that, sort of when you feel those elements through an image is where it conveys, what sailors are really feeling. And I think that's really the highest sort of achievement in a sailing picture, where you can actually somehow convey what the sailors are enduring in terms of the conditions. I mean, it could be even in calm conditions or extreme conditions. It's just a case of communicating that emotion between the sailor, the sea, the wind, the race, all somehow coming together. Really and truly, it's about sticking with it. It's really believing that you can carry on doing it, and more important is to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, then it's a real struggle.